What's going on, everybody? KKN Comics here. Saw and watched the new Preacher show on AMC, and here's the free reprint with the new Steve Dillon cover, and there you have Jesse and Tulip and Cassidy. I enjoyed it. I watched Francis McMenamin's video this morning. He had mentioned it. I don't know how I feel about Tulip also. It's not the same Tulip from the books. And, it's drastically different. But I did enjoy the show, and Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg directed it. They're executive producers. You could tell the comedic aspect of it. You could tell their influence on it. That scene with Cassidy on the plane, I thought was pretty awesome. So I'm gonna keep watching it, DVR it, and we'll go from there. I got 2 copies of this. I don't know why. Whatever. Okay, these next books. I've been looking at, every now and then you have books that you look for that you can't find. And X-Men 34, 35, and 36, I've been looking for in the wild for a long time. They're not expensive books, but they're damn hard to find. There's also not a lot on eBay. And, Vin Crew had shown these in his book, in his video, his last video, I think, or 2 videos ago, and I was like, damn, those have been on my wall forever. And I had resigned to giving up, and I was at a shop near my hometown down in San Diego, and they had just gotten a new run of this in, and sure enough, there was a boatload. They had a big run on X-Men and doubles and multiples, and all for $2. So I did grab it, and X-Men 34, 35, and 36, you could say is the first modern appearance of Kilgrave, Zebediah Kilgrave, or the Purple Man. These books aren't as valuable as Alias 21, but they did predate it. So there's 2, 3 copies of 34, if anybody wants one. Only 1 copy of 35, but I think the coolest cover is X-Men 36, surrounded by the Purple Man, and 3 copies of that. So there's, I'm starting to hoard books, and I always said to myself, of course I'm going to get out of this chair. I always said I never wanted to start doing that, but, it kind of just happens. Hopefully there's a means to an end with a lot of these. But there are certain books that I'm starting to resell, and, I have a lot of buddies down here asking me for stuff if I can find it for them, and it is what it is. So I'm turning into a bit of a comic hoarder. This was a great find in that same run. Southern Bastards #1, Jason Aaron and Jason Latour. $2. It's hard to find in the wild. I would say on a good day, this book goes for between 12 and 20. I have a copy of this already, probably in 9.2, 9.4 range, with some, a couple takes. This book, believe it or not, is an upgrade. This book is I would say damn near perfect. A few runs that I've always tried to complete, but I never Well, let me just get to this one first. No, it's not one. That I've tried to complete over the course of my collecting career. That I know I can find in the wild that I refuse to pay for, that they're asking on eBay, or even some shops have it priced at $10 to $12, $15 sometimes. And Craven's Last Hunt is one of those. I'm just unwilling to pay the amount that some stores want for it because. So to continue, I mean, this is part 3 of The Descent. This is Spectacular Spider-Man number 131, part 3 of Craven's Last Hunt. I picked this up for $2. It's in beautiful condition, and that's why I had no problem paying for it. And I know I can find the rest, so hopefully I will. Okay. I'm continuing my Scalped run. Scalped number 19. This is the first issue of Scalped. Don't quote me, but I think it's the first issue of Scalped not illustrated or ink. Pencils are not by R.M. Guerra. They're by Davide Furno. And the difference is noticeable. Love the cover of this book. Do not like the pencils at all. And I want to shout out to my man Y85 for this book. He had told me that little shop in Carlsbad had 2 copies of this book at $4.99 or $3.99, I forget what it was, and you get a 20% discount. But Thunderbolts number 127, the Jock variant, I saw this in a Mercenaut video, and it is an incredibly cool cover. And Y85 got there first, and out of the kindness of his heart, he left that there for me, and I scooped it up the same day because I had to. And on a good day, this book goes for $40, $45. And also found these books, which are insanely hot right now, and I don't recall an artist that has been, whose books and stuff have soared so high so quickly in recent memory than Gabriel Dell'Otto. This book is a wonderful Punisher and Moon Knight cover, but it's purely for the cover. It's purely for his artwork. And I find it fascinating. I think it's a great cover, absolutely. Painted cover. And it's going for about $30. Moon Knight 26. I also found 27. Goes for about $20, $25. And was able to find 28 as well. That one, only about $5 to $7 really. And I think, don't quote me, this goes for they go to 30, right? The Dell'Otto covers go to 29, 30. Not positive. Okay, 4 books left. Now this book, such an undervalued key issue, and it's because it's not, let me put it up here, so out of my element really in terms of collecting. This book though, this whole series is hard to find in high grade, and it's really hard to find, and this book in particular, Ghost Manor number 13 volume 1, first appearance of Winnie the Witch, Steve Ditko work. It's so hard to find in high grade because they were red. Charlton Comics didn't use the best paper stock. They weren't the best company. They just didn't do a lot of things right. And this popped up on eBay. And the guy had to buy it now at $35. I offered him $20, and he came back at $26, and I bought it. And I usually don't spend that much on books on eBay, but I had to. because I've wanted this book for a long, long time. It's Ghost Manor. It's issue 13, the special issue. You know the correlation. When I got it, it's in great condition. It's about a 5.560, but I can tell it's from the home of a smoker, and that bugs me. I just open up the bag and you can just smell the waft of. So I'm a little irked, but quite honestly, I don't believe I'm going to find one in as good a condition as this one is out in the wild. It's certainly not around me. So let's move on to the next Ghost Manor book. And this book is even harder to find in exceptionally high grade. Ghost Manor #1, first appearance of Mr. Bones, Steve Ditko, cover and interiors. Let me tell you something. I have never really ever said to myself, wow, I want to get this book CGC'd or CBCS'd or whatever. But this book, I am positive, would grade at an 8 or an 8.5. That's how nice of condition it is. I found it online, and the scans looked so good. I asked the seller if he could take more, and he said gladly. And he took more. He sent them to me, and I said, oh, unbelievable. I mean, the color is crisp. The lines are still crisp. The corners are immaculate. It's white to off-white pages. Staples are pristine. It is that nice of a book. And I am positive it would grade really, really high. I am so happy to have this. It is very hard to find in high grade. Very hard to find in this type of grade, especially for the price I paid. I paid $35 for this book. I'm telling you, I've been looking for it in this type of grade for so long, I probably would have paid close to $75 for this book. That's how much I've wanted it. That's how much I think. That's how, I hate to use the word rare, but in this grade, it's rare. It's really rare. On a side note, if there's ever a television company wanting to do a Ghost Manor show, I think it would do wildly successful. Well, I don't know how these... Well, I'm moving on. I've never really been that passionate about a book before, but that book I am so happy to have. It is going in my personal collection, locked, sealed away. These keep falling into my lap. It's like people say, Mike, here's another Scalped. This one, $20, near mint. I'm sorry. Hopefully they make the show. If they make the show, I'll be doing good. And last but not least, finally, I suppose, all you guys have it already, so it's like I'm 3 years late to the party on this. And I didn't get this for 50 cents. I didn't get it for $1. I didn't get it for $5. But I got it for 12. And I'm happy with 12. Batman number 635. We all know what this is. So, I'm happy to have it. $12. It's not near mint. The bottom left has some ticking. There's no roll in the spine or anything, but it wouldn't grade a 9.8. It wouldn't grade 9.6. It would probably grade 9.2-ish. But I'm happy to have it. I'm happy that I finally have it. It took me forever to get it. And there it is. So I paid $12 for it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone had a good holiday, Memorial Day. Thank you to all of you who have served. I know there's a lot of people in this community who have served. Thank you to those guys, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your week. And with that, I will say, as always, deuces, scissor gang on a red hood. All right, guys. Thanks.